Good morning, fans. Corey G here. Sick as a dog, drinking coffee with his Punisher mug. I almost didn't do a video today because I think we covered it. I'm sick. But my good buddy Paul Fulson on the Facebook, my buddy from across the pond, asked when I took a little poll the other day, I would cover one of his favorite movies. So I said, anything for you, buddy. I got you covered. Ironically, we're talking about covered. The movie in question is Deep Cover, starring Lawrence Fishburne and Jeff Goldblum. And memory serves me, I don't think Lawrence Fishburne went by Lawrence Fishburne. I think he had let me look here. Well, never mind. I think back then instead of Lawrence Fish, fuck, I don't know. He was either Lawrence or Larry. Whatever he is now, he wasn't back then. Anyway, he plays a cop, and it's kind of a fucked up, like in the beginning, he's a little boy with his dad on Christmas Eve, and his dad goes in, robs a liquor store in front of him, gets shot in the back by the clerk, bleeds out and dies. So you see, now you see Fishburne, he's an adult, he's now a cop, and he gets offered a chance to go undercover as a drug dealer, buying drugs, selling drugs, because he's trying to bring down it's like kind of never made perfectly clear. They're after like the head of like a main cartel, Pablo Escobar type. I don't know. Like I said, they have like the gimmick where you mark and a lot of strings go up to the top. Anyway, his goal at first is to get next to a guy named Felix Barbosa, who's kind of like one of the main lieutenants, so to speak. So Fishburne starts, he gets set up in the shitty part of town. He's selling crack, coke, what have you, a bit of weed. And he starts to get more notice. And the guy he's buying his drugs from, this fast-talking dude named Eddie, he gets popped and he gives Fishburne up. Fishburne keeps his mouth shut. So that leads us to meet Jeff Goldblum, who plays David. He's a lawyer who works for Felix Barbosa. And he also has an idea for a new designer drug. They don't treat him with a lot of respect. They kind of give him shit, treat him, call him pussy, Jew boy, stuff like that. But, he's in good with the gang, and he gets Fishburne out, and him and Fishburne actually become friends. And, they kill Eddie for stooging the guy out because they're afraid, hey, you might snitch us too. So Fishburne and Goldblum actually start doing a lot of business together. I mean, they're bringing in keys, just tons of money and drugs that they're buying. And, at first Fishburne would just go to the, his superior and, I need half a key and all that. I need a bag. He would just trade it in, turn in for evidence. And they finally tell him, we can't move this kind of product. And he's like, what am I supposed to do? And the guy in charge of him is like, well, you're a drug dealer, buy and sell drugs. So then he actually starts really full-time drug dealing. And he even says in there, I'm not a cop pretending to be a drug dealer. I'm a drug dealer pretending to be a cop. Because he gets really involved in the lifestyle and everything. He kills a rival dealer in a bathroom. Because, Goldblum don't want to get his hands dirty. Well, they want to start dealing direct to move more product, to get more money. Fishburne wants to end this case, and Goldblum's still pushing this designer drug. But when they go to a birthday party for Felix, who they're moving all this product for, he's a little drunk. He starts busting Goldblum's balls, and they start playing the slap game. And Barbosa's got rings on, and he's doing it with Goldblum. And I said his name was David. And he really humiliates him, spins the hand over, pow, right there with the ring. David's mad, his hands hurt, and Fishburne figures out that this Barbosa is going to be done with David. Once he gets used to him, he's just going to kill him. Well, that triggers something in Goldblum. It's a pretty good Goldblum scene because Goldblum's got his own mannerisms, and he's sitting there, and his wife, who is really hot, she's like, "Are you okay?" And he's got his hands all bandaged up, and he's like, They showed me what I need to do. And she's like, David, you got to get out of this. You can't do this. What do you want? And he's like, I want my cake and eat it too. I want my cake and eat it too. I want my cake and eat it too. He snaps. Him and Fishburne kill Barbossa. Well, mostly Goldblum kills Barbossa. And by doing so, they absorb his debts. Which means now the big man, Barbossa's boss, is shaking him down for like 20, 30 mil. So now we get into the conundrum of, here you've got Goldblum, here you've got Fishburne, who is still a cop, who's now got his chance to bring down this organization that the government really doesn't want stopped now, keep in mind, because, they're using drugs to funnel for wars and stuff like that. So he's got to try to get out without getting killed by, these big-time drug lords, not becoming an accomplice to Goldblum, who's now insane. He's wanted, and he needs just to get out and clear his name. And it's got a great ending. Not so much a twist ending, but it's got a really good, satisfying ending to it. It's a really good movie. I didn't see it in the theater. I think it got a limited theatrical release. I rented it. I think somewhere between 93 and 94 sounds about right is when I've seen it. New Line Cinema put it out. To my knowledge, this plain DVD is the only version of it. It's and this is when they have the back when special features were the drizzling shits, because it says it's more than just a movie. This disc includes widescreen and full screen transfers of the film, a bonus theatrical trailer, and cast and crew filmography. That was like you'd take a picture of Jeff Goldblum and you'd click down and list his movies. Fishburne, fucking dumb. Fishburne did this right after Boys in the Hood, so he was still kind of he was a commodity at the time. He was just starting to make a bigger name for himself. This movie is really good. It gets compared a lot to New Jack City. Even on the back of the box, there's even like a critic comment that says surpasses the Megaton Blast of New Jack City. There's nothing similar about these movies. Take away the part that you have an undercover cop. That's the only similarity. Deep Cover is a great movie. It is a movie I recommend that anyone watch and pick up. Do yourself a favor, see this. Paul Falson recommends it just like Corey G recommends it. It is a fun movie. I would talk a little more about it. I really don't feel that hot. I'm trying to still make sure you guys get daily videos. This one is called Deep Cover. It might have a Blu-ray release. If it does, it's standard. I still have just my regular DVD. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you check it out right away. You will not be disappointed. This truly is one of those movies that you probably never seen but should. Fantastic. Check it out.